This is a pedometer. It says 10,000 steps. You walked 5 miles today. Your feet ache. Your knees are sore. You feel like you earned a massive plate of pasta, but you look in the mirror and you look exactly the same as you did 30 days ago. Why? Because the 10,000 step rule is a complete lie. It was not invented by a doctor. It was not discovered in a lab. It was invented by a clock company in 1965 to sell pedometers. You are suffering for absolutely no reason. You cannot outwalk a stalled metabolism. The math simply doesn't work, but you can outsmart your biology. Most people think weight loss is a mileage contest. They think, if I just walk further, I will get leaner. So they march, they hit the treadmill, they suffer through hours of boring joint grinding movement, and they look exactly the same 6 months later. I've developed a walking protocol called the pulse pace. It doesn't rely on distance, it relies on manipulating your oxygen debt after you move. It is a biological glitch in the human metabolism that bypasses your body's efficiency traps and melts belly fat without you ever needing to hit 10,000 steps. If you give me 12 minutes, I will save you 10 years of wasted walking. To defeat the belly, we first have to understand why 10,000 steps is a biological trap. Why is it that you can walk for hours, your face looks leaner, your legs get smaller, but that tire around your waist refuses to budge? It's not because you're lazy, it's actually a biological defense mechanism. Back in 1964, Japan was preparing for the Tokyo Olympics. A company called Yamasa Clock wanted to cash in on the fitness craze. They created a small device called the man poke. In Japanese, man means 10,000, but po means steps, and K means meter. They picked the number 10,000 because it looked good on a billboard. It was a marketing slogan. There was zero science behind it. But over the next 60 years, this marketing slogan became global health policy. We treat it like a biological law. We chase the number like it's a magic spell. And the fitness industry loves it because it keeps you on the treadmill, buying bigger shoes and paying for gym memberships. But your body doesn't care about a number on a screen. Your body only cares about survival. And survival means one thing: efficiency. Your body is the smartest machine on the planet, and it is incredibly lazy. Its main goal is to keep you alive with the least amount of effort possible. Imagine you are driving a car in the city. You stop, you start, you accelerate, you brake, you burn through a ton of gas. But when you get on the highway, set your cruise control to 65 miles per hour and just drive. The car sips gas. It becomes highly efficient. When you walk 10,000 steps at a steady, boring pace, you are putting your body on cruise control. You are doing highway driving. Within 2 weeks, your body figures out exactly what you're doing. It says, oh, we are doing this boring march again. Let's figure out how to do it using as little energy as possible. Your body learns to hypermile. It sips fuel. It tightens your joints to make the movement bounce like a pogo stick, saving energy. To burn belly fat, you need the exact opposite. You need a gas guzzler. You need the body to be totally inefficient. You need city driving. But efficiency comes with a dark side. It triggers a hormone hijack. You have two main hormones that control your hunger. Let's call them the barking dog and the stop sign. The barking dog is the hormone that screams at your brain that you are starving. The stop sign is the hormone that tells your brain you are full. When you do hours of steady, boring walking, your body panics. It thinks, we are moving forever. We are burning too much fuel. We need to eat. So it turns the barking dog into a rabid wolf. It cranks your hunger through the roof. At the same time, it snaps the stop sign right off its post. You finish your 10,000 steps. You are starving. You walk into the kitchen. You grab a handful of almonds, then a piece of toast, then a smoothie. You don't realize it, but because your stop sign is broken, you just ate back every single calorie you burned. The math is zero. You are spinning your wheels in the mud, and it's not your fault. You have a hormone issue caused by boring cardio. But the hunger is only the beginning. Let's talk about the skinny fat trap. Let's talk about muscle. Muscle is the engine that burns calories 24 hours a day. It is a V8 engine. A pound of muscle burns more fuel just sitting on the couch than a pound of fat does at running a mile. When you do endless steady state walking, your body realizes something. It says, this walking is taking forever. This V8 engine is too heavy. It requires too much food to maintain. If I shrink the engine, this walking will be much easier. So your body starts eating its own muscle. It cannibalizes your leg muscles, your glutes, and your back muscles to lighten the load. You step on the scale, you lost 3 pounds, you celebrate, but you lost 2 pounds of muscle and 1 pound of fat. Now your metabolism is slower, you have less engine, you have to eat even less food just to maintain your weight. And your belly, still there. Because belly fat is the emergency reserve. Your body will eat your face, your arms, and your legs before it touches the belly. Now you have skinny arms, a flat butt, and a gut. That is the skinny fat trap. You traded your engine for a smaller number on the scale. Let's talk about the physical damage. 10,000 steps is roughly 5 miles. Do that every day, and that is 35 miles a week. If you are 20 pounds overweight, that is 20 pounds of dead weight slamming into your knee cartilage 15,000 times a day. Your cartilage is like a brake pad on a car. It wears down, it does not grow back easily. When you march on hard pavement with bad posture, you are grinding your brake pads down to the metal. You are trading your knee joints for a marketing myth. So how do we fix this? How do we stop the efficiency, stop the muscle loss, and start the meltdown? We need to move the body without letting it adapt. We need to enter a specific body state known as the afterburn engine. To understand this, imagine your body has 2 fuel tanks. Tank A is a small tank filled with high-octane rocket fuel. This is stored sugar. Your body uses this when you need quick energy. Tank B is a massive oil tanker. This is your body fat. Your body prefers to use this for slow, low-intensity tasks. But there is a problem. The door to Tank B is locked. It is heavily guarded by your biology. Most people think they are burning fat when they walk. They are not. They are mostly burning Tank A. They are burning the rocket fuel. And because they never go fast enough to demand more fuel, the door to Tank B never opens. The fat just sits there, locked inside. To open the door to Tank B, you need a key. The key is oxygen debt. Imagine a fire. If you put a log on the ground and leave it alone, it smoulders. It produces a lot of smoke, but very little heat. That is steady walking. But if you take a bellows and blow air onto the fire in short, powerful bursts, the fire roars. It gets incredibly hot. It burns the log completely down to ash. The pulse pace protocol is the bellows. Here is how it works. You do not walk at one steady speed. You alternate. You walk at a normal, comfortable pace for 3 minutes. Then you push the pace. You walk as fast as you possibly can for 1 minute, not a jog. A fast, aggressive walk, like you are trying to catch a flight that is about to leave without you. Then you drop back to the normal pace for 3 minutes. Why does this work? Because during that 1 minute of intense pushing, you force your body to burn through the rocket fuel in Tank A. You drain it, you create a massive oxygen debt, your heart rate spikes, you breathe heavily, your body panics. Then you drop back to the normal pace. Your body has to recover, it has to pay back the oxygen you just borrowed. And to do that, it needs a massive amount of energy. Because Tank A is empty, your body has no choice. It has to turn the handle on Tank B. It unlocks the door. It pulls pure body fat out of the tank and burns it to pay the debt. You stop walking. You go home, you sit on the couch, but your body is still working, the afterburn engine is running, your metabolism is spiked for hours, burning pure belly fat while you do absolutely nothing. You bypass the defense mechanism, you didn't give your body time to adapt, you didn't trigger the barking dog hunger hormone. In fact, short bursts of intense effort actually suppress hunger. You finish the walk feeling energized, not starving, but the benefits don't stop at fat loss. This is where the blood sugar vacuum comes in. When is the best time to do the pulse pace? Right after you eat a meal. When you eat a plate of food, your blood fills up with sugar. Normally, your body releases a hormone to act as a key. This key unlocks your cells and shoves the sugar inside. But if your cells are already full, that sugar gets sent straight to your belly fat. But if you do the pulse pace within 30 minutes of eating, something incredible happens. Your muscles act like a giant vacuum cleaner. Because you just did those intense 1 minute pushes, your muscles are starving for energy. They don't need the hormone key. They just rip the sugar right out of your blood directly through a back door. You are bypassing the fat storage process entirely. The meal you just ate goes straight into your muscles to replace the rocket fuel you burned, completely skipping the belly fat. This is the biological glitch. You are literally using your food as fuel instead of letting it become fat. Now let's talk about the mechanics. How you walk matters. Most people walk like zombies. They stare down at their phones. Their shoulders are slumped. Their arms hang dead at their sides. They take tiny shuffling steps. When you hunch over, you crush your lungs. You cannot get oxygen into your body. And remember, fat cannot burn without oxygen. If you are hunched over, you are suffocating your fat cells. You are putting a lid on the fire. Look straight ahead. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pinch your shoulder blades together. This opens up your chest cavity. It lets the oxygen flow freely. Your legs follow your arms. If your arms are stiff, your legs will be stiff. If you swing your arms fast, your legs will move fast. When you hit that 1 minute push, bend your elbows to 90 degrees, pump your arms like a sprinter, drive them back and forth. Do not let them cross the center of your body. When you pump the arms, your legs have no choice but to turn over faster. You will feel your glutes engage. You will feel your core tighten. You are no longer just shuffling. You are a machine. Let's put this all together into a routine. You do not need an hour. You need 11 minutes. Do this right after dinner. Dinner is usually the heaviest meal of the day. It is the meal that causes the most fat storage. We are going to short circuit that. Step outside, minute 1 to 3, walk at a normal relaxed pace, look up, breathe deeply through your nose and out through your mouth, let your body warm up. Minute 4, the push. Pump your arms, take long, fast strides, breathe heavily, push hard enough that you could only speak 2 or 3 words at a time. Minute 5 to 7, return to the normal, relaxed pace, catch your breath, do not stop moving. Minute 8, the push, pump the arms, drive the legs, burn through that rocket fuel. Minute 9 to 11, walk at a normal pace, cool down, 11 minutes. That is it. In 11 minutes, you created an oxygen debt, you unlocked the fat tank, you pulled sugar out of your blood, you protected your joints, and you triggered the afterburn engine. If you do this every day after dinner, the results are terrifying. Day 1. You will feel strange. It was too easy. You didn't sweat through your shirt, you didn't collapse on the floor, you might think it didn't work, but that night, you will sleep deeper than you have in years. Because your blood sugar is flat, your brain isn't getting panic signals. Day 7, your pants will fit differently. The scale might not have moved much, but the bloat is gone. You wake up with a flatter stomach. The midnight cravings have vanished because your stop sign hormone is working again. Day 30, the glitch takes over. Your body has adapted to burning fat for recovery. You are melting belly fat while you sit at your desk. Your face looks sharper, your arms look leaner, and that stubborn tire around your waist, it's finally deflating. You did not do 300,000 steps this month. You did 11 minutes a day. You stopped playing the mileage game. You started playing the metabolism game. Fitness is not a suffering contest. It is not about how much pain you can endure. It is about how smart you can be. The fitness industry wants you chained to a treadmill, counting steps, counting miles, and getting nowhere. They want you starving and confused so you keep buying their junk. You don't need 10,000 steps. You don't need an hour of misery. You need a biological glitch. You need the bellows on the fire. You need the afterburn engine. Take your 11 minutes, pump your arms, open the tank, and let your body do what it was designed to do. Burn the fat, keep the muscle, and survive. Throw away the pedometer. Stop counting. Start melting.